Okay.
Yeah. Hi all. Today I'm going to talk about Meteor. Okay. What is Meteor? Meteor is an open source JavaScript framework for building a web application in a fraction of the time. Like they are having like a lot of packages, and they have simplified to develop the web application. We don't want to write and deploy and do everything they have everything automated, and we just want to write our code, and they have a command to deploy. Then we can easily deploy to our maybe like our own servers. Okay, why Meteor? Yeah, Meteor is pure JavaScript, which means here like we can write like both client and server side using JavaScript. Like we don't want to write any different languages, and also the code is available from the both end, the code that is in the client also in the server. So which is like very easy to maintain. And reactive programming, reactive means like if any changes occurs uh, from the DB, like immediately all the clients uh, is updated. Let's say if some changes occur, for example number of items in the basket, or number of articles, something like that. So if any changes occurred, it's immediately like update all the clients that is currently open. The third one is the hard code pushers, which means like if we change anything from our template or JavaScript or CSS, the code like immediately push to all the clients, which doesn't require any refresh the page. It automatically updates the page without any refresh, without knowing the client. And we have a different environment in Meteor, like a client and server, different folders, client and server, and library and public. If we want to share the code only on server, like our business logics, we don't want to reveal to the clients, we can put their JS files into uh, server folder, so it won't push to the client. And Meteor uses inbuilt mini Mongo, which is lighter version of MongoDB, and they have all the drivers and APIs within the Meteor. These are the like main points that we can go for Meteor. And moreover, Meteor uses MVVM, I mean Model View Model Framework, which sorry, MVVM design pattern, which is like MVC. It's this is nested MVCs. We are having a model and controller and view. Let's say like a server's view acting as a model for the client. We can say for example, we are requesting some data, which gives to the server's view as a JSON. We can getting the JSON as model of the client. So we can again having a controller in the client itself to like manipulate the data, which means we in this way we avoid any confusion on the templating system. So to avoid those confusions, where Meteor is using this MEVM pattern. And also like it's a cached and synchronized data model, which means if any changes occurred in client, client first catches the data and sync to the server. The same at the same time, if any changes on the server or MongoDB or something, like it immediately update the client. Okay. Which uses the templated HTML, which means as of many of you know about what the template is. Like currently Meteor using the handlebar as a template engine, and it's like templated HTML we are going to like see. Meteor's core. Meteor uses Node.js. I mean, Meteor is written in Node.js, and which uses MongoDB, and for routing and all, it's using Backbone, and for templating, it is using the handlebars. Okay, now let's see how how we are going to install and how we are going to use the application with an example. To install Meteor, like we need to give this. They have a sh script to install Meteor. HTTPS install.meteor.com sh. This is the command which installs a Meteor. I think we don't have a curl. We need to install the curl before. Before install Meteor. Yeah, this is how Meteor is installing, which means like if you give the https colon / install.meteor.com, then pipe symbol sh, which installs a Meteor from their script, shell script. Okay, once it's installed, then we can create our application, and we can modify whatever we want, and then we can easily deploy to the server. I'm uh, I'm going to create a example application which is provided by Meteor itself, and we'll see how it's going to be. Like to create an application in Meteor, we are going to we need to like type this command Meteor create. I'm going to install from example. So say example. There is an application called leaderboard. I'm going to install the leaderboard as example. Yeah. Now the leaderboard is example of Meteor is installed, and we can run the application using the Meteor command after going to this leaderboard folder. As I said, like to run the application, we need to like type Meteor as a command, which the Meteor is going to start a proxy and a MongoDB. For every application, we have a different instance of MongoDB running on the Meteor server. Now the server is ready, and which is available in localhost the port 3000. Yeah, this is a simple application for leaderboard. We are having the name and score in this application. It's a like as it's a like we can give the score of a particular selected user or selected. After we select, we are having the button called give 5 points. If I click this, it is going to be add 5 points to the particular user, which means the selected users. Let's say like, as I said, it's a reactive programming. If I change this user score, which automatically updates from all the clients. I'm going to give a Maria Q as 5 points. So, which automatically updates here 5 points, and also it automatically sorts if the points are going high. You can see without reference or anything, which updates when the Mongo updates, it's automatically like reflects in all the clients.
So is Mongo server on the server or is it on the client?
Mongo is on the server. Shane. They are having I mean, they are having uh, reactive context and invalidated context, which means they are always looking up for the changes, and when the changes occurs, they immediately update to all the clients. Mongo is on the server.
Hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do they have a limitation on number of connections that they can have open?
I think there is no limit.
Hmm. What about for a distributed system?
For I don't know like about this scalability, since like I have just started to like work with this Meteor.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
for distributed systems, I don't think so. Like it is going to be a good choice. Maybe a small applications, and it maybe there is a package system called Meteorite. They have a lot of packages, so we can install those packages to like support distributed systems.
Okay.
Do you have any clarifications? Okay. At the same time, not only from the DB, but also if any code changes, yeah. Uh, when we create a project, I mean, when we create an application, which Meteor is going to give our three files, leaderboard.js for this example, leaderboard.html, leaderboard.css. These three files is like a basic when we like start the application. If you want, we can add any folder, I mean any folder, any files, which automatically loads into a node container, which is available all over the system. If it is not in the server folder, only the specific server folder is going to be like available only on the servers, which is going to have business logics. I'll show you another example which is having the a client and the server folder. As I said, the Meteor is using a templating system, is in the handlebar. Yeah, I'm going to give 5 points to only like more 5 more points, just for when I save when I save all the clients will update appropriately without having any refresh. You can see it just changes of 5 more points. Not only here, also all the clients. Yeah, for the main JS file, which is called leaderboard.js for our application, is looking like this. As I said, the reactive programming, which only requires a single line. We don't want to write any more lines for the reactive programming, which means we just want to create a Meteor collection using the Meteor.collection. If we create, like, which is available for server, also a client, and which the single line acts like we may insert the, like, all the users from client itself, which automatically updates the server. And also, like, if server updates any of the data, that it's communicated to the client to update the clients, all the clients. And the line we are writing inside the meteor.is client is going to be run on the client side, and meteor.is server part is going to be run on the server side. We can insert data from client, which is as I said in the reactive programming, which is available from the client and also the server. Let's add using this uh, using the console. Yeah, when we add, the Meteor is giving ID of the inserted data, which is inserted in MongoDB. Once we see this inserted ID, like, we may assure that the data is stored correctly, but I don't know why this ABC is not displaying here. Let me check. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have given a capital N, so it's not getting as a name in some other object. So we can insert any object, and which updates automatically to all the clients. You can say. Let's try to add another button to remove the names. I mean, remove the record. Now all the clients are updated with the button called remove, and we need to write the JavaScript to add the functionality. Here, since we are using a templating system, we are having the template called leaderboard, and as you may know, in Backbone.js, we need to write events to get it updated. So I'm going to write a click event for input dot remove. I'm going to remove the selected user. Okay, now we are having a button called remove. Then we select yeah, now it's removed. Okay, that's it about this simple application. Then if you want, like, we can deploy this to the Meteor server, so we can see it globally. For deploy the application, Meteor deploy, and we need to like specify a URL where we need to like see this. Now it's deploying to the URL that I specified, which will do all the works for us. I mean, yeah, now it's deployed. We can have this system that we write in this URL. Maybe I made some mistake. Let's try this. Okay, I think now it's available. Let me check. Maybe some issues with their system. Yes. No. I think some issue with Meteor. Maybe the site is down. Like anyway, like this is the way like we are going to deploy our application to the Meteor. Or if you want, like we can give our own URL, own domain name to deploy uh, to our servers using the username and passwords of our server. Yeah. This is the very basic. Like for the upcoming sessions, I'm going to take in depth how the sessions are working and how we can build a very rapid application. Like maybe I will give it an example, a big example. Yeah, there are cons for Meteor using the Meteor. Like Meteor, like currently like bundled with MongoDB. Other database support are not planned for. I mean, planned for later. And packaging system is not npm, even though which is written in Node.js. They would have given npm so that anyone can install, but they have a shell script to run like Linux based systems. Since like there is no npm and they are having the shell scripts, there is no current support for Windows. Maybe in future they will provide. Any questions?
Can you give some example sites that use Meteor?
uh, to show you. As of now, like I don't know any big application that is using Meteor, but I will let you know. Shane, any questions?
Yes.
Yes.
When do you use Meteor as opposed to Node.js?
Sorry, Shavin.
When do you use Meteor as opposed to Node.js?
No, I'm not getting you the
When
question.
should you use Meteor.js instead of Node?
Yeah, like for example, it's reactive programming, and also like for hard push changes, for every time we need to restart the server if any changes occur in Node.js. And also like there are limitations in Meteor which like gives advantage to Node.js, where asynchronous calls is not supported in Meteor for this kind of applications, whereas Node is yes, moreover like asynchronous call, and it's which is accept more request than Meteor.
Mm.
We can use Meteor where like we are having a small number of users, and like morely uh, like closed environments like
Mm.
intranet.
I see. Is there any popular applications or anything built with Meteor right now that is recognizable?
uh, no, Shirin, I will get back to you in this the same question asked by when
Oh, I see. Okay.
yeah, I will give you the examples.
Okay. Cool. It was interesting, but I'm still trying to understand when to use this. I'm not clear on when this is useful for us.
Like
Yeah, like chat tools and
Oh, I see it. Yeah, that's good.
the lightweight as Vanna said.
Hmm.
Srini, you
Cool.
have questions?
Any Akshay?
No questions for me.